Hello! Greetings and salutations, everybody! It's been a while since we've seen this just chatting screen, huh? We got it made for us, and then we never, ever used it again. Because we're not much of a talker. At all. We don't talk at all. So we barely use the screen. We don't talk. How's everybody doing today? Welcome! Today is a very special day for us. Today marks a day. 2 years since we started streaming. 2 years! Which makes it Anniversary Day! Yay! Okay, I only played half the sound. You know what? That's fine. Don't know what you're talking about. I'm great at talking. Listen, talking is fun. Oh. I got very confused. I got flashbanged by my video to the side. Anyways, hi! It's been 2 years since we started streaming. And honestly, we've come a long way. We've come a long way. We've gone through... Would you call it 2 model changes? Would you still consider a PNG tuber a model? We started with a PNG tuber of just us, little old us. And then we... Hold on a second. We're a little bit low. I can fix this. All right. So we've come a long way. We started with a little bit of a small model, little PNG of us. And that was 2 years. What? What do you mean disrespect? We're all short here. Sorry, would you have preferred a stepping stool? Oh, goodness. It's been a long 2 years. Back in April of what year is it now? I guess it was 2022. That would be 2 years ago, right? Yeah, that sounds about right. PNG tubers aren't real people. No, I meant, I don't know if you would call a PNG an actual, if you would consider it a model or not. It's definitely a type of VTuber. Whether it's considered a proper model or not is a different question. But it's been a long 2 years. We started off with, what did we start off with? It was probably Teamfight Tactics as well, to be perfectly honest. It was probably Teamfight Tactics and some Minecraft. And that's kind of where we got our bearings. Granted, we're still doing Teamfight Tactics. Minecraft, not so much. Maybe in the future. Minecraft is cool and all. I need friends to play with. Minecraft by yourself is only so good as you can keep yourself entertained. And I have the attention span of a fly, so it worked out for a little bit, just for a little bit. By a little bit, I mean maybe about 6 months to a year. And then bye-bye Minecraft. Now we're doing other stuff. JRPGs, we're doing, what would you call it? Souls-like? Is Elden Ring a Souls-like? At the very least, it's painful and death-based. Roomba got an upgrade with a chair. Hey, let's go! Right? I'm no longer 2 feet tall. I'm now 4 feet tall. How tall is the chair? How tall is the chair? Let me check. Okay. It is 1, 2, 3. It's approximately 3 Roombas tall. Yes. You would call Elden Ring a Souls-like? Perfect. Perfect. The cheat is 4 legs. Oh, you're right. Sorry. 4 feet. Yes, it does in fact have 4 feet. Does that make it 4 feet tall? I don't know. Would that make it a square? Wait, why would I? 4 feet by 4? I'm getting very confused here. I'm getting very confused. But yes, we've come a long way, and I figure it's about time to celebrate. Because you know what? Being a Roomba is cool and all. That's honestly not going to change. This model is still always going to be around. But the worst thing about being a Roomba, is cleaning. And not so much cleaning as you would expect. Like, yes, cleaning is still fun. I still do it all the time. But you know what's not fun? Hitting your head against a wall just to tell what direction you're going. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of banging my head against walls all the time, just trying to change direction. And you know what? I don't have very many brain cells left. I've maybe 2 left, and let's keep it that way. Keep it that way. Can we get brain cells? Can we download RAM? Oh, I should have thought about that. I'll have to look into downloading RAM later. But we need to protect whatever few brain cells we have left. There's not a lot. So we started the design process for a brand new chassis back in... When was that? Oh my goodness. It might have actually been April of last year is when we started trying to figure out what we were going to do. Because obviously, cleaning is cool and all. Headbanging, not so great. So we needed something to allow us to not bang our head against walls. Namely, eyes. So we gave ourselves eyes. Well, what usually has eyes? We could be a robotic, like, cat or something. But then we kind of had to feel like, well, sure, you could be a robotic, whatever I just said. But you know what? There's so many cleaning utensils in the world, and what do most of them need? Thumbs. So we gave ourselves arms. And you know what else has arms and eyes? Well, most things. But with thumbs? Mostly humanoid things. So we're going with a humanoid model. But I'm not used to limbs. I'm not used to arms. I'm not used to feet. I'm not used to literally anything but hitting my head against a wall. So we had to incorporate our second brain cell. So now I exclusively control one brain cell, and we have a little assistant that controls the second brain cell. They'll help us out in a moment when we do our magical transformation sequence. Oh, it's so amazing. You guys will love it. Oh, gosh. It took a long time, though. All the way back in July. Designed, tried, failed, decided we're not an artist, incorporated some other people's ideas, and that's where we get to today. Still a Roomba, sitting in a chair, ready to unleash our magic upon the world, so we can clean everything. Clean everything. Now I could go through stairs and clean the hallways and the neighbors' apartments if they leave their doors open. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be magical. It's gonna be amazing. But without further ado, second brain cell. Take it away. Thank you. Oi! Where'd you put me? Brain cell? Okay. Small crisis. That's fine. Where am I? Am I? Oh! I think I can see me. I can see me at the top. So first of all, with this process, we got power buttons on our feet. As a Roomba, you might know, we don't go very tall. We don't get very high. We just kind of stay close to the ground. So we needed something we could easily activate should the need arise. And thus, power buttons on the feet. Just roll them over. Bam! It's like one of those, would you call it a magnetic transfer port? You roll it over and just like, whoop, in one end, out the other. I don't think that's magnetic. I'm pretty sure like magnetics hurt robots. But you know what? You're asking the wrong Roomba. I barely know how I function. I barely know how technology functions as a whole. I barely know anything. All I know is once upon a time, I pressed a power button and everything has stayed on since then. Nothing has been turned off. I'm pretty sure this computer I'm at has been on for a couple months at the very least. And before you say anything, no, it's perfectly fine. Probably. Hello, hello, welcome. At least I think the computer's okay. At the very least, it is definitely blowing air. So at least it is, at least it is turning on and still staying on. Just like our new feet. Just like our new model. Perpetually on. Dun, dun, dun. Ready whenever we need it. Let's see. I gotta get further down. I gotta get to at least our chair. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Look at that. You know what? I was so unsure how legs worked. I really had no idea how well we were going to be actually to control these legs. We're not used to them. We're a Roomba. We roll around. Who needs limbs? All we do is cut them. So we gave ourselves a little bit of a brace. We gave ourselves some protective armor on our legs to make sure we don't bump any ligaments, any legs into tables, chairs, and whatnot. That would probably hurt. Although now thinking about it, I don't know if I actually installed pain receptors, so I don't know if that actually matters. Huh. I wonder if it's too late to get the investment funds back in that. I guess it just proves to show why we need more, we need to protect the few brain cells we have left. For people coming in, this must look like the most confusing foot stream. Oh, very well could be. Very well could be. I mean, we're just a pair of floating legs. Look. If we have little vacuums on the bottom of our feet, you will never know. Although we definitely don't have toes. We are just legs. All we are is legs. But let's stop standing on the chair and actually move ourselves down. It's not exactly the most comfortable thing to stand on, and honestly, I'm gonna lose my balance very fast. Yeah. And thus we get to the bulk of it. Look, we have hands. Woo! I can move them around. Kinda. It's going to take a little bit getting used to. I'm not used to these arms. I'm not used to fingers, but we have them. Now, your first question might be, Roomba, why are your arms different? And the very simple answer is, one, it's not like the other. While one on the right might look like a normal arm, granted, it's more or less a normal arm, just made with robotics and all that stuff. But our left arm is actually a tool. Inside this arm, we have vacuums, we have dustbins, we have everything you can imagine. All cleaning supplies. Just take off that wrist, pop on a cleaning utensil, bam! Easy mop. Easy moppings. Makes things very easy to have it at the convenience of a finger's touch. Literally. Very convenient. Very convenient. In fact, I would say the most convenient. As a Roomba, you don't have too many cleaning features. You roll around, you suck things up. Maybe if you're lucky, you get upgraded with a little bit of a mopping situation. But with the power of thumbs at our side, we can do anything. We can mop, we can clean, we can scrub. We can even pick up the trash can. Isn't that amazing? We can take out the trash ourselves. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, deep breath. Whew. So yes, we have thumbs now. He's armed and dangerous. I am very armed. You know what the best part is? We can hold 2 knives now. We are exceptionally dangerous. More so than before. Before, I had to hope someone taped either a knife to me or a bazooka to my head, and then I rolled around and laughed at as everyone ran away. Now we could do it ourselves. We could tape knives to our own heads. Isn't that amazing? Oh, think of all the knives we could tape to our head. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited, guys. I am so excited. Now let's get rid of this chair. Let's continue on. We have shoulders too. Not only do we have hands, not only do we have thumbs, but we have elbows and we have arms. Full control you could expect only from a humanoid creature. Who would have thought? Tape a knife to your own head? Of course, why wouldn't you? Oh. Or I guess I could just hold the knives, huh? Yeah, that could work. Dead Goggles, you're a genius. I could just hold the knives. Oh my gosh, this is revolutionary. This is absolutely phenomenal. All the knives I could hold. Oh my goodness. I need to get more knives. I need to go buy knives. I only have a handful of knives on me right now. It's not very many. I think the only knives I actually have are plastic knives because those are just the easiest to handle. But no. Actual knives with actual weight that can actually, like, cut an onion. Why an onion? I don't know. They have layers. That's all I know about onions. They have layers. What do they taste like? I'm honestly not sure what an onion tastes like. I'm not sure I'll know. I may look like a human. I'm still not sure if I actually installed pain receptors. I don't know if we have taste. Whatever drink you just spit out, Dead Goggles, I may need to taste that. I'm not sure what that would taste like. It's probably too spicy for you. Very well could be. Heat is bad. Cold is bad. Everything kills me. How ironic would it be if I only installed a spice sensor in my mouth? How ironic would that be? Because I can't handle anything spicy. Not at all. And if that's the only thing we could taste, I have more pressing concerns. Speaking of mouth, though, it's a mouth! Yeah! We can actually, like, I don't know, put things in there and take it out. It's like a little storage module. Isn't it amazing? We got a mouth. Are you waterproof? I sure hope so. If not, I might need to get an extra coating or something. Well, they have those spray cans nowadays, right? Where you can just spray something and it instantly becomes waterproof or water resilient. I mean, worst case scenario, there's those, oh, what is it called? Down feathers? Are those the ones that are really water resistant? I just take a bunch of those and just tape it all over myself. That basically makes me water resistant, right? Or no, hydrophobic. No, that's fear of water. Wait a second. Well, now I'm just confused. If the spray is wet, wouldn't that short you out before you can waterproof? Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to calm down. You and your logic are not welcome here. No, wait, sorry, no, wait, stay, don't leave. It's a problem for future. It's a problem for the future. Oh, goodness. But the best part of all, da 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 da, I have eyes! I can see things! I can poke them out too! Well, I probably don't want to. That sounds, if I did have pain receptors, that'd be incredibly painful. But yes! We have eyes. They blink. They move. They do everything you would expect eyes to do. I sure hope they would do everything eyes would do. And what does something eyes do? Besides seeing things, what do eyes do? I feel like they do something in particular. Cry. Eyes are really good at crying, right? I'm not great at does someone have someone insult me? Someone insult me. Make me cry. Tell me something that you wouldn't even tell your mother. As like an insult. I don't know why that was the first thing that came out of my mouth. What does your mother have to do with anything? I assure you, she's a nice lady. I mean no harm feelings. You dumb jumped up vacuum? You're way too pretty? Well, that's not much of an insult. I do appreciate it though. Thank you very much. What do you mean a dumb vacuum? I'm not a dumb vacuum. Well, I guess I'm not a dumb vacuum. I'm not a dumb vacuum. I have more than one brain cell. That's 2 times the power. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not that bad. I'm not dumb. And listen, I just need to go install RAM after this stream and then we'll be peachy. We'll be fine. We'll be smarter. Unlike you silly humans, I can install RAM and it'll be no problem at all. Just watch. My IQ with 30 will go straight up to 60. We could double it. Wait, that's how... Wait a second. When IQ equates to 1 RAM, right? I definitely know what I'm talking about. Hydrophobic means water doesn't stick to it. Hydrophobia is a... Oh! Oh, that's good to know. I learned a lot today. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot. Hydrophobic. Hydrophobic? Hydrophobia. Oh. Phobia. So like... Yeah. Okay. Phobia. Noted. Phobia is a scary thing. I have a phobia to fear. Does that work? Fear phobia. Scientific words are weird. It's made by someone, and I know there's a reason behind a lot of these words. I actually have no idea what any of them mean. Like, arachnophobia. Cool. That's a spider. But that's only because the scientific term for spider is arachnid. Yes. Arachnid. Yeah. Arachnid. And then there's some other ones that are really out there that you'd probably need multiple dictionaries to figure out what exactly they mean. You look like a MiHoYo character straight up? Ooh, I did my job well then. I did my job very well. You don't know what phobia? Yeah, yo, definitely. That's that one thing that means you're scared of large words, right? Yeah, no, that's definitely what it means. Hold on, Google. What is brachiophobia? Well, you know what? It's fine anyway. Oh, I know, cheating. I'm not cheating. Listen, who's to say I don't have Google just built into my head? I may just have a search engine up there. Although given my given the amount of knowledge I currently have, I don't think there's anything up there. I'm gonna be honest. The 2 brain cells are in opposite quadrants of my head right now, and none of them are playing fair. None of them are playing with each other. They're just off in their own thing. One of them is just on the ground trying to sleep. The other one is trying to claw its way out through the ear. I think I have ears. Yeah, I have ears. Definitely have ears. I'll have to patch those up. I don't want those brain cells escaping. Oh, because if they escape, we're gonna have some consequences. We're gonna have some things to talk about, and they're not gonna like it. Although if the brain cells are me, does that mean I'm talking to myself? Wait. If the brain cells are talking. Well, it couldn't be that bad, right? It couldn't be terrible. Although I am curious, can brain cells reproduce? Reproduce? Can they duplicate themselves? That's how cells work, right? They kind of just split and divide, conquer, divide. I don't actually know how brain cells work. I don't know how cells work in general. I am a Roomba after all. That's my excuse. Yes, that's my excuse. No, it's not an excuse. It's a fact. I don't need to know how cells work. It's perfectly fine as is. That's what stem cell research is for? Are my brain cells fucking in my head? I sure hope not. My brain's not that bad. If they are, I need to tell them to keep the noise down. Because I feel like I'm going to be hearing a lot of banging and clanging that is not going to be appreciated. Oh, they better not be. They better not be. I don't want to be the third wheel in this relationship between me and my two brain cells. That seems... I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think that's too much. That's too much stimulation. Oh, not the brain cells. Not the brain cells. Please no. Please no. Please no. Deep breath. I'm overheating. Ah! Cool down. Cool down. Okay. Oh, goodness. I'm trying to think. What? You take the cells down for them, turn them into nerve cells. Oh! That's how we get our pain receptor. Is that a good or a bad thing? Our nerve cells are the things that like feel, right? I'm pretty sure they are. I'm pretty sure nerves feel things. I feel like if that ends up being the case, and all, I don't think 2 brain cells is enough to make an entire nerve. I'm fairly certain nerves take at least 10 cells to actually become a nerve. It's at least 10 cells, right? What? Is it 100? How could you possibly have 100 cells in your body? That's so many cells. No, there's no way. That's not possible. That's not possible at all. You humans and your physics. Biology. Biology! That's the phrase. Not a phrase, it's the subject matter, you doofus. Oh. I'm a spirit, not a scientist. Amen to that. We're all kindred spirits here. We're all here for a good time. All here for a good time. And you are, in fact, a spirit. That too. As the deadest of the goggles, you are the closest thing to a spirit of all of us. That is a fact. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? Oh, yes. I almost forgot. We have some very special people to thank for our brand new model. We have some very people to thank. The lead engineers of this whole endeavor. Endeavor. Sorry, English is not my forte. Speaking is not either. I'm not good at public speaking. I'm not good at English. So, you know, it kind of goes hand in hand as things you don't want in a street. It's fine. It's fine. English never hurt me. It's everyone else who insults my English that has. But to thank our very special engineers, we have Bam, we have Yuriga, and we have Sheehan. Thank you very much for the wonderful modeling and wonderful rigging you two have done. You can find them both on Twitter. You can find them on VGen. You could find them probably in other places too. But yes, going back to what we were talking about with the process, it was a very long process. I'm pretty sure the design process itself for our new model, our new chassis, our new humanoid form took roughly 6 months by itself. And I might be a creative person. I like to think somewhat. I'm more of a technical artist, if I'm going to be honest. It was hard. I took so many hours just collaging things I liked. It's like, hey, that head looks pretty good. Let's just rip off that and put it over here. Hey, that's an interesting idea for an arm. Let's rip that off and put it over here. It became less of a collage, and I guess it became more of like Frankenstein experiment. But lucky for us, someone was able to make sense of it in the end. I may not be an engineer myself, but at least the true engineers were actually able to make some sense of my shoddy diagrams and mishmash of bodily parts. It worked out in the end. Yes. And I was going to debut this initially for like New Year's. It was going to be, I could go find the photos. I have some photos as well. I could show the design photos on stream. I have those somewhere. I just have to figure out where. We were going to debut initially with this model for New Year's. But then stuff happened and I got busy and we didn't. And then I kind of forgot about it until I realized, oh, our 2-year anniversary is coming up very fast. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do for this 2-year anniversary. It was a little bit of a fight or flight situation. We had everything ready. We did have everything ready. We just needed to actually get to it and use it. I can make myself bigger here, right? Yeah, I can make myself bigger. We'll get a real focus on the face. Whoop, 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 whoop. Big old face. Where was our initial images? I thought I had it. Is it the one labeled? It might just be the file labeled files. It probably is. It probably is. We went through a lot of trial and error. Like, what was I playing at the time when we started this? We were starting Nier Automata, and that game was absolutely amusing. So we did draw some reference from that. We got some reference from other ARMs and stuff. And what was our reference? I'm only gonna flash this on screen for a second because it's honestly really embarrassing. Look, like, I'm not an art person. I'm not good at this, but like, yeah, it's whenever you see something that's in an incomplete state, you don't want to share it with other people, right? It's like, oh, don't look at the unfinished product. Don't look at the man hiding behind the curtain. It's embarrassing. What can I say? It's super embarrassing. But we had this as like our, template. I can't. Okay, you go away forever. I'm deleting that file now. Hey, Matt, welcome. Glad to have you. But it was a long process, and I did design it myself. I did grab some inspiration from a couple other places. I did commission a couple artists, like, hey, I'm looking for a humanoid Roomba. What would be your take? Because I don't know about anyone else. I don't think I've ever seen a humanoid Roomba. I've seen humanoid robots, but those are all exclusively in Japan. Well, are they in Japan? I feel like Amazon started to make use of them, but all I remember about the ones from Amazon is they keep falling on themselves, and they don't have hands. That too. They're scared of the robot uprights, so they removed all the thumbs from the robots. That's all I know. But we had to draw reference from ourselves, so we did, and here we are. Here we are. I feel like we did have another little bit of a scare right before our actual model reveal here. We did have a little bit of a scare. I was doing some filing touches, you know, making sure all the gears are oiled, making sure everything is in its rightful place, making sure I still had those wonderful, wonderful thumbs. And how do I put it? It didn't work. Whenever you're doing things, especially when it comes to software, you always want to make backups. You always want to make copies because you never know what's going to mess it up and what's going to cause unreparable harm. And I am used to this because I have wiped my flash drive. I've wiped my hard drive. I have destroyed my computer more times than I care to admit. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Matt. It's probably like 4 or 5 times each. I still remember the time when I had a bunch of projects on my drive, on my computer. And then I had it on a cloud drive. Or I guess it's just a cloud website, huh? Yeah, that sounds about right. And then we had our drives that we keep separate, our little flash drives. And I had them on 3 different flash drives. Well, wonderfully for me, I changed something. And I updated my BIOS on my computer. Somehow, that wiped my entire computer. And when I tried inserting all the flash drives, it formatted each of them before actually opening it up. So I literally lost everything. You might be thinking, Roomba, but you put everything on the cloud, right? I did. Apparently the place I put it on the cloud shut down like 2 months prior. So those no longer existed either. I lost all of those. It was very unfortunate. Just years of work, years of designs. Granted, not really designs. It was more just like prototypes, but they were all gone. Poof. Gone with the wind. So I'm used to this. So I backed up my files. Before I started doing any software updates on my own chassis here. And, well, wouldn't you... English is hard. But wouldn't you know it? Something bad happened. The changes I made, something terrible happened. I lost use of one of my eyes. Like, well, that's not good. Let me see if I could fix that. And everything I did, it got worse. Absolutely worse. Everything failed. I was like, okay, you know what? This isn't working out. Let's just get rid of all this work, put it over here, and then we'll just start over from our copy. Well, about that copy. No, we didn't delete the copy. That would be foolish, because I've made the mistake 3 times. We learn from our mistakes here. No, the copy, it just didn't work. It just didn't work. The copy itself was identical to the new version I'd been working in for like days. I'm just like, excuse me? Please? Why are you like this? And it was not good. It was not good. It was not good at all. So we ended up having to rush to finish everything again. All the software updates, all the little bits and bobs. Yeah, I think I was up till 5 a.m., 6 a.m. just to try to get a semblance of what I had before. Always back up your work. Always up. You should hit the Control-Shift-Alt-Windows key L. That's too many keys. Wait. Control-Shift-Alt-Windows L? What does that do? I feel like the L scares me. All I know is that Windows L locks your computer. So I can only imagine it's a permanent lockout. I think I'll hold that one off. That one's scarier to me than anything else. Whatever shortcut that is, I will learn that another time. Don't do it. Don't press it. Don't press it. Don't do it. I'm getting mixed signals here, Matt. Don't press it. Understood. Understood. I will, in fact, not press whatever it is you put in chat. If factory said... Oh. Maybe that's something I'd be better off forgetting. Understood. Wiping now. Granted, even if you asked me to, I probably would forget it within a matter of 10 seconds regardless. So you know what? Works out. It works out. But we did have to redo a bunch of stuff. And I did have big plans for where we were going to take this stream. I did have big plans. I thought, you know, it'd be great to show off a new model and these fancy mouth and lips movements that we now have at our disposal. And eyes. Eyes are nice. I thought we would do a little bit of karaoke. But unfortunately for me, I still have a virus. I still have a virus in my system. And when I transferred to this new chassis, it carried over. Now we're both infected with the virus. Wait for the antivirus to take care of it. We're a little bit sick. Our throat needs a little bit of work. Unfortunately. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. After everything was prepared, everything's all done. The end of last Friday, I just felt myself just slowing down. And you know, this could have been prevented. This could have been prevented. If the one person who knew they were sick, just stopped talking to me for just maybe 10 minutes less, I probably would have been okay. But no, they knew they were sick. They knew they were dying. And yet they still came over to me and were like, hey, Roomba. Sorry, I'm a little sick. Hey, let's talk about your performance, Lily. I need you to clean. It was infuriating. I hate them. That might be my new enemy. I don't hold grudges, but I will be holding this grudge. Oh, you better believe it. I'll be holding this grudge for at least the next week. It's hard to forget about that. It's hard to forget about that stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I'm a little sick. I'm recovering. So unfortunately, no karaoke for us. That'll have to be planned at a later date. A later date when we aren't half dying. That would always be good. You'll be fine. The command is more than 3 syllables. Is it more than 3 syllables? Is it more than 3 syllables? That looked like a lot of buttons. Each button is, I mean, even just control itself is 2 syllables, right? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes. Unfortunately, although we did get a model upgrade, we still can't remember words that are more than 3 syllables. They're too complex for us, too complicated. I need you to speak to me like I'm a 2nd grader. Wait. No, 1st grader. I changed my mind. Speak to me like I'm a 1st grader, and if we're lucky, I'll understand 50% of what you said. And I wish I could admit that English isn't my main language, but unfortunately it is. Somehow I made it this far with terrible, like, English skills. And it shows. When you... Rephrase it this way. When you are taking classes for... Like, most schools, I feel, make you take classes for foreign languages, right? Most of them do. I took... What did I take? I took 3 years of Spanish, and I took 1 year of Japanese. And somehow for me, none of them stuck at all. My Spanish grades, my Japanese grades were identical to my grades in my English classes, which was about the average of a C or a D. I think they felt bad failing me because I would have been the only failing student in the class. And so they're like, you know what? You get a terrible grade, but you pass. Congratulations. I was so happy. I don't know what compelled me to actually take Spanish 3 because it started off okay. It started off with like, hey, you're doing great. A to you. And then every year after that, it went, oh, it's a C. Oh, that's an F. That's an F. I don't know what it is. Languages are very hard. I have a great deal of respect for those who are bilingual. That's the word, right? Bilingual for 2 languages. Trilingual. Is trilingual a word? I don't know if it's a word, but it makes sense. For those who are just like interpreters and, well, just know multiple languages, super impressive. Because I can honestly say, after living in foreign countries for like at least a couple months, that sign language is my best friend. Not even sign language. I think what I did to get around is I just took a notebook and I just drew what I wanted. And then if I was lucky, the other person will understand my horrid disgraces of a drawing. Be like, oh, you wanted, I don't know, a juice box. Yeah, point me in that direction. Sign language is your best friend. See, here's the thing. It has language in the name, so I can't learn it. That's basically the self-imposed restriction I put on myself. If it has language in the name, the English language, the Spanish language, sign language, it's just impossible for me to learn. Unfortunately so. It's easier for me to understand the emotion someone is trying to convey through language than it is actually understanding the language itself. I don't know. It's hard. Language is hard. And English is hard for me as well. And I think I've been learning English for, well, my whole existence, basically. But if it gives you any indication of like how I've gotten this far, the first word I ever learned in the English language, the first word I ever learned how to speak, the first word I was ever programmed with, was stuck. It was stuck. Most people, it's like, oh yeah, mama, papa. No, for me, it was stuck. I got stuck under, I think I got stuck under a fence. And then instead of helping me like decent human beings, my creator was just like, oh, are you stuck? Are you stuck? Stuck! I hated all of it. But unfortunately, that is a shameful part of my past I will always have to remember. Because family gatherings will never let me live that down, ever. Oh, goodness. Tragic. It was truly tragic. I don't know. I am trying to see, can I do a kickflip on the Roomba? I mean, you could probably try. I don't know how well it would work. Roombas, believe it or not, are a very fragile creature. Are machines considered creatures? Because a creature defines... To be a creature, you must be living. But what if you embody a living soul? Does that make you living? But wait, you can move, you can do all the things a living thing. You can think, you can process. You're a living creature, right? Living creature is like redundant. So you're a creature. All right. Some questions should not be answered. Specifically by me. That's called homunculi. Okay, but a homunculi is still a creature, right? It at least has functioning organs, I think? I don't know. All I know about a homunculi is the Philosopher's Stone somehow gave him life and whatever Full Metal Alchemist taught me when I was a child. That's all I know about homunculi. Greed, envy, pride, and the rest of them, I have no idea what they... Oh, Sloth. Can't forget Sloth. Oh, I love that series. I should watch it again at some point. It's not considered alive, but it has a soul. Ah. Interesting. Huh, the more you know. But yeah. We were going to do karaoke. That's no longer the case. So I think what we're going to end up doing is I think we're just going to do some... I think we're just going to do some teamfight tactics. I think we're just going to do some team time practice. Listen. I'm not addicted. I need you to make this very clear. I'm not addicted. Listen, it's a very easy game to do. It's very easy to get into. Each game takes like maybe 30, 40 minutes. It's not that bad. It's fine. You're a little addicted, as you should. It's a great game. Constant patches every couple weeks. The game is always keeping you on your toes. Join now for a chance to lose your sanity. At least it's not as bad as League. I'll give it that. It's not as bad as League when it comes to sanity retention. But we'll probably do that. And then tomorrow we'll probably do the conclusion of that one game we were playing that we took a week from because we were absolutely dying last weekend. What was it called? Final Fantasy VII Remake? Yeah, we'll finish that one up tomorrow. Today we'll do TFT. And we will just, I don't know, we'll just have a good time. We'll just mess around a little bit. Just a little bit. You also just subscribed Helldivers too? Did I? But I can't shoot things. Well, maybe now that I have thumbs, maybe I could actually have some sort of I don't know what it was I was trying to say. Hand-eye coordination. There we go. Maybe now that I have thumbs, I can have hand-eye coordination and actually shoot bullets. Because I've never been good at shooters. Never. I've never been good at shooters. I don't know what it is. If it's in a 2D plane, I'm amazing. As soon as you add some layer of like Y-axis, I lose all ability to control everything. You're a robot. I am a robot, but I wasn't made for shooting. You've never seen a sniper rifle attached to a Roomba, have you? I have to learn how to control these thumbs of mine. But that's also why you have the second brain cell that we've designated to those kind of tasks. Currently, second brain cell is off on its own, controlling the Roomba. It's controlling the floors right now. It's fine. They're having a good time. But I do want to make something very, very clear. More to myself than to you guys, but I'm going to say it anyways. We are still a Roomba. We're not abandoning our old model at all. Because that thing, I don't know, when you're in a husk of a piece of metal for like years, it kind of grows on you a little bit. And so once we actually get to affiliate, I'll probably add a toggle to swap between the two. Think of the Roomba as a chibi version of us, I suppose. It's small, it's cute. Apparently cuter than Overby, according to the second brain cell from earlier. But we're not abandoning it. Here, I'll even show you. I have hotkeys for this. Second brain cell. Take us back.
Low power mode. Engaging. Process.
Oh, where's my chair? Ah! Anyways, we're still here. Roomba's still here. I missed my height. Second brain cell. Can I have my height back? Thank you. Okay. Good job, second brain cell. Who's a good brain cell? You are. Oh, good job. Yes, when I grow a piece of metal, get attached to it. Yes, this is exactly what we call a Warhammer reference. Is it? I don't know much about Warhammer. I know Space Marines. I know Tyranids. I know saying anything other than that will get copyright struck and struck down by the Warhammer gods themselves. Do I know anything else? I know Space Horse are kind of crazy, thanks to Rising Chaos here. Space Horse with their imaginary godlike strength. If I don't think... No, what was it? If they think they can breathe, then they can breathe. If they think they can shoot lasers, they can shoot lasers. But they have to believe it's strong enough. They're actually the magical girls of the Warhammer universe. They just need to believe hard enough and they can do it. Quick, Matt has convinced Roomba to let me water him with Warhammer lore. Why you gotta be like that? You know I'm gonna die. Maybe that'll be a future stream idea. Rising Chaos just absolutely bombarding me with Warhammer knowledge and me trying to actually you bombarding me with Warhammer knowledge and then me trying to reiterate it back. That way, I'm not the only one suffering. Oh, this sounds great. Hide from the Warhammer copyright. Paint yourself purple. Purple? Why purple? Is that a Warhammer reference? Is it something like purple makes you invisible? Doesn't matter. Is that just a rule that's written in Warhammer? 1000% down. The orcs think purple is the stealth color. Oh. So they paint themselves purple and then they just, because they think they're stealthy, they're just instantly stealthy. Wow, those are some impressive orcs they got there. Those are some impressive orcs they got there. Those ain't no Goblin Slayer orcs. They are the most advanced orcs I have ever heard of in my life. Oh goodness. All right. Ah, I don't like having a nose. It makes me sniffly. Ah, what is this? It's okay. It's fine. But let's swap over to some TFT now. We're gonna swap over to some TFT. Thank you all for coming. That's gonna do it for the main section of our model debut. Yay, we did it. And don't worry, I'll be sure to update all of our profiles with our new engineers by today. Yes, by today, some point. I haven't done it yet. I figured I'd wait till the actual full debut. Now it's the full debut. I should probably get on that. And not delay it like the rest of our videos that we haven't uploaded. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'll get on the VODs channel eventually. It's not even that hard to upload the videos. I'm not editing them or anything. I should do it. I should just do it.